Hello students. Now today we have to learn about development of endosperm under the chapter reproduction in lower and higher plants. So you have already studied the double fertilization process. And endosperm, it is a product of the double fertilization. When during this fertilization, second male gamete that is united with the secondary nucleus to produce primary endosperm nucleus. Primary endosperm nucleus, it is a product of the second double fertilization, and that is develops in the various developmental process. Primary endosperm nucleus develops to the mass of cells that is known as a endosperm. Endosperm is a nutritive tissue. Develop. This endosperm provide the nutrition to the developing embryo. And now here, the endosperm development and the embryo development, these two processes takes place simultaneously. And now here in this development of endosperm, after this it is a process of this post fertilization. And you know that after this post fertilization, now the ovule that is completely converted into the seed. In the seed, in some seeds, the endosperm that is absent, which are called as a non-endospermic seed. Why they are called non-endospermic seed? Because of the endosperm during the development of the embryo as well as during development of embryo. Now this endosperm that is completely absorbed by the developing embryo. This embryo absorbs the endosperm completely. That's why there is no endosperm at all, and such a type of the seeds which are known as a non-endospermic seeds. Example as the pea, groundnut, bean seeds. There are so many dicotyledonous seeds which are a non-endospermic seed. So now in some seeds the endosperm persists there. Endosperm remain there. So such a type of the seeds which are known as an endospermic seed. The example now the monocotyledonous seed or the grains, which are endospermic seeds, coconut, cocos, castor, which are also the endospermic seed. So here, in this, now here, on the basis of now during this study the development of the endosperm of development on the basis of the mode of the development, which can be divided into three types: nuclear, cellular, and the Halovian type. So first, about nuclear type of this development of endosperm. In this nuclear type, now here this is the zygote. You know that after the union of male and female gamete, zygote is formed there, and this zygote develop a wall around it that is known as a oospore. आले लक्षात? म्हणजे या झायगोटच्या पूर्ण अराउंड द झायगोट एक वॉल डेव्हलप होते, सो इट इज नोन ॲज अ oospore. And then the various developmental process takes place there and then form the embryo. So here this is म्हणून इथे embryo असं लेबलिंग केलेलं आहे आणि इथे जे आहे प्रायमरी एंडोस्पर्मिक न्यूक्लियस मध्ये. मग ही जी सेंट्रल सेल आहे, याची जी सेंट्रल सेल आहे प्रायमरी एंडोस्पर्मिक न्यूक्लियस divides repeatedly by free nuclear division to produce, and this nuclear division do not followed by cytokinesis or the cytoplasmic division. Many nuclei which are produced here repeatedly by mitotically, many nuclei produced, and at the center of the central cell the vacuole is occupied there, and that's why all the nuclei go towards the periphery. This type of the structure you can see in this nuclear development. Later on, around each nucleus the cell wall is formed there. Now this pre-nuclear division followed by the cytoplasmic division here, and now this cellular structure which is formed here. So this type of this development, it is known as a nuclear type of development of endosperm. Approximately 146 families having such a type of the nuclear development endosperm. But now in some cases, this process which is complete, because in some cases there is not the this cellular type of development is incomplete. हे जे याच्यानंतर न्यूक्लिअर असं फॉर्म स्ट्रक्चर झालं आणि हे फ्री न्यूक्लिअर डिव्हिजन झाल्यानंतर काही वेळानंतर प्रत्येक न्यूक्लियसच्या भोवताल एक वॉल तिथे तयार होते. ही जी प्रोसेस आहे ही काही प्लांट्समध्ये इनकम्प्लीट असते. एक्झाम्पल इज द कोकोनट. कोकोनटमध्ये द आउटर जी वॉल आहे इट बिकम्स द सेल्युलर, बट त्याचं जे सेंटर आहे ते सेंटर मात्र हे फ्री न्यूक्लिअर डिव्हिजन्समध्येच राहते, अराउंड विच देर इज नो सेल वॉल फॉर्मेशन. In the example of the coconut, sunflower and maize, this kind of the development which is present there. So this is about this nuclear type of this development of endosperm, and second is the cellular. In this cellular it is a very simple formation. Now here the central cell which divides the primary endospermic nucleus divides to produce the by repeatedly mitotically to produce a number of cells. Right from the beginning it becomes the cellular. There is no free nuclear division at all. म्हणजे अगदी सुरुवातीपासूनच प्रत्येक सेल फॉर्म होईल आणि त्याच्या भोवताल सेल वॉल तयार होईल. सो नाव हियर इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द beginning. Now the cellular formation takes place here. Now here these two cells which are found there, then again which divides to produce this type of the cells, and at the finally you will get the mass of the cells. Now this is the endosperm. हे पण 126 फॅमिलीज मध्ये सेल्युलर टाइप ऑफ एंडोस्पर्म इन अँजिओस्पर्मिक फॅमिलीज मध्ये you can see here the cellular type of development of endosperm. Now third type, it is known as a allovial type of development of endosperm. Now in this allovial type it is a unique process which is mostly found in one of the monocotyledonous family or this series that is known as a halobiae. In this halobiae there is one of the series of this monocotyledonous plant, and they are having such a type of the endosperm development. So first of all, now this primary endosperm nucleus divides into the two cells. One which is a larger cell, it is known as a micropylar cell, and another it is a smaller cell, it is known as a chalazine. And now here in this micropylar cell also now by repeatedly free nuclear division to produce a number of nuclei and which go towards the periphery of the cell, and at the center of which the vacuole is present here. Then in this cell also just like this structure which is present here. So now here and later on it becomes the cellular also. So now this is an intermediate between the nuclear and cellular endosperm development. So this is about this allovial type of development of endosperm. And example is a Asphodilus. There are so many examples in this family, and one of the example there is a Asphodilus. So this is about this development of endosperm. This is one of the post-fertilization changes in angiospermic plants to the formation of seed. Now today we have to study about the concluding part of this chapter, seed and fruit development, and then after that the various terms regarding to this reproduction in plants. So now here first about, after the you know that the seed is the product of fertilization, and now here due to the presence of these seed bearing plants, these angiosperm which are more dominant and advanced than, because of here it is a seed producing plant, and now the seed is a product of the fertilization. After the completion of the fertilization, after the development of the embryo and the endosperm, simultaneously with development of embryo and endosperm, now then the seed will be produced there. So here in this angiospermic plants, now this is a dicotyledonous seed and this is a maize seed, it is a monocot seed. Now here in this venous seed and this dicot seed, some differences between them also. Here now these two cotyledons which are present, so that's why it is known as a dicot seed, and here only the one cotyledon which is present, that is known as a maize seed, and that is called the monocot. So here you know that this during this fertilization, integument, that is a wall of the ovule, you know that the ovule that is converted into the seed, ovule is converted into the seed, and ovary that is converted into the fruit. So after this fertilization, after the development of the seed, embryo and endosperm, then other parts of the flower, other parts means the sepals, petals, these parts which fallen up, which disorganized also. So now here after that, now here ovary wall of this that is converted into the fruit. Now the fruit that is made up of the pericarp. Pericarp means the wall of the ovary and which develops into the food. Fruit may or may not be divided into the three layers. Now outermost layer that is known as a epicarp, then middle layer that is known as a mesocarp, and innermost layer that is known as a endocarp. These three layers which are not present in all types of the fruits may or may not present in the fruits. So here, first of all, this seed of this monocotyledonous dicot or the monocotyledonous. Now in a dicot seed, the two cotyledons which are also present here. Now this is a seed coat. This seed coat which is made up of the integument. There are two layer also, the outer that is known as a testa and inner that is known as a tegmen. Inside which now here these two cotyledons which are present here. And here now the embryo axis which is also the present here and which consisting radical, hypocotyle, epicotyle, plumule. These are the parts of the embryo axis, which also this embryo now give rise to the new plant after the germination of the seed. Now this cotyledon contains the reservoir food material. But now in this seed the endosperm is not present here, because the endosperm is completely absorbed by the developing embryo. Because that's why the reservoir food material which is stored in a cotyledons, and cotyledons become more fleshy and massive and thick also. Because of it contains the reservoir food material and the endosperm absent here. Because during development, now the endosperm that is completely absorbed by this seed, and that's why there is no endosperm at all, and this is known as a non-endospermic seed or ex-albuminous seed. There are so many examples, bean seed, one of them, pea seed, then groundnut. These are the so many examples of this dicotyledonous seed. So this is about this bean seed, then this is a maize seed. Now in this maize seed, you know that this is the structure of the LS of the maize seed. You can see here, now this is the outer covering of this seed. Seed coat with fruit wall. Seed coat that is merged with the hull, that is also known as this fruit wall. It is known as the hull. Fruit wall means that is also made up of the pericarp. That is also made up of the ovary wall. This seed coat that is also united with the ovary wall of the pericarp, and that is also known as this hull also. And so here it is given their labeling, the seed coat with a fruit wall. Then behind which aleurone layer which is present, and this layer which is made up of protein. Then behind which now this portion that contains the reservoir food material, now it is a endosperm. You can see here endosperm, that's why it is known as a endospermic seed. And now here this part of this seed, it is known as the embryo. Now in this embryo part, you know that this is a part of the embryo axis, this is the part of the embryo, and in this part, now here the cotyledon which is present here. Only one cotyledon is there, and that is a shield shaped cotyledon. It is known as the scutellum. And here in this, now the plumule is present here, and which is again covered by a sheath-like covering. It is known as a coleoptile. And radicle which give rise to the after germination. Now you know that the radicle give rise to the root, and after germination now the plumule give rise to the stem axis. So now here the radicle which is also again the covered by the sheath-like covering, it is known as a coleorhiza. So these are the protective layer of this coleoptile as well as coleorhiza. So this is a monocotyledonous seed and this is a maize seed, because the Now this is the endospermic seed. The endosperm remains in the seed. Why the endosperm remains in the seed? Because of the endosperm is not completely absorbed by the developing embryo. That's why endosperm remains inside the seed as a reserve of food material. So this is about this maize seed. After this seed formation, now then another step of this, that is known as a fruit formation step. Now the fruit which is made up of the ovary, the ripened ovary, that is known as a fruit. And this fruit which is made up of the pericarp also. It may be this pericarp in general, which is made up of the three layer: epicarp outer, then mesocarp middle, and inside which the endocarp is there. These three layer of this pericarp you can see in a mango seed. आणि प्रत्येकच फ्रुट्समध्ये तुम्हाला मँगो फ्रूटमध्ये तुम्हाला या टाईपचं तीनही लेअर पेरिकार्पचे दिसेल, पण सगळ्याच फ्रुट्समध्ये तुम्हाला तीनही लेअर या दिसणार नाही. काही फ्यूज्ड असतील टूच लेअर तुम्हाला दिसेल मोस्ट ऑफ द फ्रुट्समध्ये. तर अशा प्रकारे नाव दिस इज अबाउट द सीड अँड द फ्रूट डेव्हलपमेंट. देन व्हॉट आर द सिग्निफिकन्स ऑफ द सीड्स अँड द फ्रुट्स? Seed, what is the significance of the fruit and what is the significance of the seed? You know that the seed is the product of fertilization, and seed is one of the propagule, one of the organ which give rise to the new offspring, and that's why the seed is more important. Then about this fruit, what is the significance of the fruit? Fruits protect the inner part of this fruit, including the seed also. Immature seeds which are also the protected by the fruit. Then viable seed take a dormancy period, because immediately after this formation of the seed do not germinate. They need some dormancy period. Because of that dormancy period, that is also called the arrest of the metabolic. That is also known as a metabolic arrest stage. Because of metabolic arrest stage, the seeds are not viable to germinate under favorable condition also. म्हणजे फेवरेबल जरी कंडिशन असेल तरीही पण सीड जर्मिनेट होऊ शकणार नाही बिकॉज ऑफ अ मेटाबॉलिक अरेस्ट. मेटाबॉलिक अरेस्ट असल्यामुळे त्याच्यामध्ये कुठलेही मेटाबॉलिक प्रोसेस होणार नाही, जर्मिनेशन प्रोसेस होणार नाही. जोपर्यंत त्याचा जो पर्टिक्युलर डॉर्मन्सी पिरियड आहे तो पूर्ण होणार नाही तोपर्यंत सीड जर्मिनेट होणार नाही. And after that completion of the dormancy period, now such a type of the seeds can germinate to produce the new plant. So this is also known as a viability of the seeds and the dormancy of this seed. So these are the significance of the seed and the fruit development. So this is about the seed and fruit development.